Hello everyone, my name's Lynette from the Columbia Memorial Space Center, and today we're doing a really cool activity. And by cool, I mean actually really cold, because we're making ice cream. So with some materials that you have at home and a little bit of science, you can make some really tasty ice cream. So to start off, let's look at what materials we need. You're going to need a little bit of half and half to make our ice cream. And because we want our ice cream to be sweet, you want some sugar. And I'm going to make mine's vanilla today, so I'm going to add some vanilla extract. But you could add whatever flavor you like chocolate syrup or maybe some jam that you like. You're also going to want to have some oven mitts because it's going to get really cold, a measuring cup, some measuring spoons, and a really special ingredient, which is our salt. And you'll see why we need this later. You could use rock salt, which works the best, or any other kind of salt that you might have at home. You're also going to need some Ziploc bags. I have 2 gallon-sized bags, and then I have 4 smaller sandwich bags. You're going to need some ice, and then we can get started. Okay, so we're going to start off by making our ice cream mixture. You're going to take one of your small sandwich bags, and it really helps to have a mug. Just place your bag inside so that you don't have to hold it, and you have 2 free hands to do the rest. So we're going to start off with half a cup of half and half. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. In the bag. And our last thing is our vanilla. And we're just going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of this because it's really strong. All right. So those are all of our ice cream ingredients. Now you're just going to press out as much of the air as you can, and we're going to seal this bag up, and this is going to make our ice cream. So it helps if you close it most of the way and then push out as much air as you can, and then quickly seal the rest off. So now we have our ice cream bag, but we don't want it to leak, so I'm actually going to put it in 1 more sandwich bag. And this way we're not going to have any leaks when we make our ice cream. So just stuff the first bag in there, close up the second one, doing the same thing, pressing out all the air. And that's the first step of making our ice cream. Okay, so now that we made our ice cream mixture, we have the cream part, but we need the ice part. So I'm going to put 4 cups of my ice into my large Ziploc bag. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's around 4 cups, it should be enough. So I have my 4 cups of ice in here, and we're going to add the salt, and we're going to need about half a cup of salt. And that's going to go with the ice. Just go ahead and shake this up so that the salt is all around the ice. And this is what's going to make our ice cream freeze. Okay, so now it's time to freeze our ice cream. Go ahead and take your bag of ice cream mix, and you're just going to nestle that right in the middle of your ice. And close up your bigger bag. Again, try and push out some of the air and seal it up all the way. And what we're going to do is shake this up for a few minutes, and we're going to see what it looks like afterwards. But I'm going to give you a hint, you're going to need some oven mitts for this because your hands are going to get really cold. So let me get my oven mitts on. And now you're just going to shake, and I'll check back with you in a few minutes. So why is our ice cream able to freeze? What's actually going on? So everything in our world is made up of molecules, right? I represented these with these little ping pong balls inside the bag, right? So our half and half is a liquid, and what those molecules look like are they're moving around, right? So at room temperature, if something is a liquid, the molecules will be moving around just like the ping pong balls in this bag. But the colder something gets, the more solid it gets. So this bag over here is my solid bag. Once the half and half freezes, look how the molecules move now. Right, they're pretty rigid. They don't have much space to move. and that's what makes your ice cream solid. So as you go from your liquid half and half to your solid ice cream, your molecules are going from moving all over the place to much closer and staying in one spot. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. Let's see how our ice cream's looking. So while you weren't here, I made a second bag. It's exactly the same, except this one does not have salt added to it. So we can compare and contrast and see what the salt does for our ice cream. So this is the bag with my salt. I'm going to open this up, pull out my ice cream pouch. And when I squish my ice cream, you can see that it's already solid, right? It looks like ice cream. So it's not liquidy like it was before. So now this bag is frozen. Let's look at the one with no salt in it. When I take this one out, you can see that the mixture is still very liquidy. When I move it around, it looks basically the same as it did before. And when I compare the bags, you can see the one with salt melted a lot. There's a lot more water in this one compared to the bag with no salt. Most of the ice is still frozen. There's only a little bit that's melted. So how come this happens? Well, we added the salt because it has a really special property. It lowers the freezing point of water. So that means that the ice is going to melt faster, but it's going to get colder. So even though this bag is melted, it's actually much colder if you feel it compared to this bag with no salt. I really had to wear my oven mitts in order to shake this one up because my hands got super cold. So because this one gets several degrees colder than the normal freezing point of water, that was cold enough to solidify our ice cream. This one, even though it's still frozen, it's actually not that cold to the touch, and it wasn't cold enough to freeze our ice cream mixture. So if you want to make ice cream at home, don't forget to add the salt to your bag. And once it's time to eat your ice cream, you could just spoon it right out of the bag, or you can just cut a little triangle out of the corner of your Ziploc bag and then squeeze it into your favorite ice cream container, which is what I'm gonna do. So you can see that cream, which was liquid before, is completely solid now. You could eat your ice cream right now, or you could throw it in the freezer and have it for a snack later. Now you can enjoy your ice cream, which you made through the power of science. Good luck.